Here with Jordi, we're going to do another cooking segment. We've got some backstrap here from the hut that features in episode 8 of the Huntsman season 2 with Gordon from Northeast Experience. What are we cooking up?
So we're going to do 3 dishes, a jerky recipe, like a beef bulgogi, but with venison. And we're also going to do a venison tartare. So 3 slightly different things that people wouldn't normally do with a backstrap. Most people usually just have steaks with it or slice it up and stir fry. This will be one take on a stir fry. We're going to show people how to jerky some with our jerky cutter. And also going to do a slightly fancier dish that you could do at like a dinner party, something like that. Venison tartare, you know, most people don't love it, but try this one, you might like it a bit more.
Sounds good. Will it impress the significant other?
Oh, well, I don't know. Wouldn't impress mine, to be fair. We're going to take this back strap from the first one. We're going to trim off all the silver skin. We're going to do that with all of our meat so that we've got nothing but just trim back strap, because that's what we're going to need for our first recipe. Easiest way to take silver skin off before that we've done before, you want to get the point of your knife and go underneath that large one, and you want to be slightly tilting up and just a rocking motion. Start at the shorter end first, because then that's going to give you a tag to hold.
I think a good tip as well is don't try and take off the whole thing at once.
It's impossible.
Yeah, but I think some people try to and then they end up cutting off more meat than they need to.
Exactly.
So I'll take over from Jordi now for this next step, as he was a complete muppet and took off his apron which had the mic on it. The next step is to cut 2cm wide steaks off your backstrap. Make sure you're cutting across the backstrap, not lengthwise, which will make your jerky stringy. Then you can flatten your steaks with your hand to squash them down. Next, we're going to be using the Carnivore Collective manual meat tenderizer, which has a set of blades perfect for making jerky. This thing is honestly an absolute game changer. You can use the code below to get 5% off this unit, which will save you hours of work. Now simply drop your squished steaks into the top of the tenderizer and turn the handle so that out comes perfect jerky slices.
So we've got our sliced meats all ready to go. We're going to do 2 separate ones here just so we can try them both. Honey cracked pepper jerky rub, and we've also got our maple bacon, which is super good. Just like it says on the back of the instructions, the only thing you need to go with them is a 1/4 cup of soy sauce and a 1/4 cup of Worcester sauce. You have no idea how unnatural this is for me to use measurements. Worcester sauce. Now seasoning wise, it's got on the back there how much you should be using. I like my jerky a bit stronger with a little bit more of a salty kick, so I'm going to go for a little bit more. Plus, like, what's the harm in getting it wrong? Do you know, if you put a little bit too much on, just eat it anyway. Jerky's been marinated in the fridge overnight, so it's been covered for about 12 hours or so. Now what we're going to do is we've got this dehydrator, which you can buy from My Slice of Life, or you can also rent them, which is a really great thing that they run. They rent a lot of their equipment, so you know, like the bandsaws, the sausage presses, stuff like that. If you're only doing salami once a year or whatever, that's a perfect way to go. But I love this little thing, like it's cracker. Not only just for jerky, for vegetables, mushrooms, everything. So the way it works is you've got these racks that allow good airflow. We're gonna set the meat onto it, and then we're gonna slide the door down, and it's even got the handy times and temperatures on the top of it, of how long you need to put it in there for. And then we're just gonna close it, turn it on, and let it go. This was what, 1.5 backstraps worth of jerky? Like that's a fair bit of meat. Once this is all finished, and we'll vac it up into little bags, you can just pop that in your hunting pack. That's gonna do you heaps of trips. If you can control yourself, that will last you a fair few trips. And yeah, it's a perfect snack to be taken away with you. High protein, high energy, and you know, when you're eating venison, you just feel a bit, you feel stronger like. Guys down the front, making sure you're behind these little holders. 63 to 68 degrees for us normal people, 145 to 155 for you Yanks. Okay, we're gonna start with 4 hours. And then we'll check them probably halfway through, about 2 hours.
Once dried out, you can take the slices off the tray and then vacuum seal them in plastic bags to give them a little bit of extra shelf life.
Jordi.
I made them.
This batch I actually took up onto another hunt with Jordi and got to enjoy them on top of a mountain after a grueling hike. Let me tell you, they tasted amazing. Now, as Jordi mentioned, we have 2 other dishes still to cook with this backstrap, a venison tartare as well as a venison bulgogi stir fry. If you're interested in watching those videos, I'll drop links below. Otherwise, all that's left for you to do is head out into the wild places and source your own venison so you can enjoy making your own jerky.